had an escaped dog. I'm chasing a dog around the street of Hammersmith for the last half an hour.
Have you found it?
Just going, come back!
Have you caught it?
Anyway, caught the dog.
Yay!
All is well. Perfect.
I wanted to ask you, what made you want to become a patron of the Good Vibrations Resonate project?
There's a lot of reasons, actually. Firstly, I love the gamelan, right? I spend a lot of time in Indonesia, through work and through holidays and trips there, and I kind of fell in love with the sound of the gamelan, you know. And then when I heard about the work that Good Vibrations do, all of that made perfect sense to me, because the music of the gamelan it sort of acts on almost a different part of the brain, I think. You know, Western music has to have a beginning and a middle and an end. But what I love about the gamelan is it doesn't require that. You know, you can pick it up quite easily, you can get a lovely sound out of it fairly straightforwardly, and you can play with other people. That's what I love about it. You can join in with a group, you can make a fantastic sound with not a great, huge amounts of preparation. It's just, and it doesn't have to start, it doesn't have to end, there's no, you know, it's meditative.
Yes,
you know, it's quite, I find it a lovely thing to play and get involved with. And so when I realised what Good Vibrations did, I thought, this is a fantastic, it's a great application of a kind of music therapy in a way, and also of being able to get people to play instruments and get some sense of achievement out of it, you know, in a very straightforward way, and also a beautiful way. You make a beautiful sound.
It feels natural, it's got a natural element to it, and it is very therapeutic as well. So thank you for that.
I'd just like to ask you, how do you feel your comedy and music gel together?
I started to do music with comedy very, very early on, and I think that music is a way of, you know, it changes the dynamic of comedy. Like when you listen to words through comedy, your brain has to, you know, you're listening in one way. You're listening to the words, you're processing the ideas. But with music, somehow music just gets to you on another level.
Thank you.
Hey Bill, my name is Jason. I'm also involved in the Resonate project. I would like to know, what's the most recent musical instrument that you've acquired?
The most recent one is actually it's a mandolin that was a gift from my wife for my birthday. This is it. It's got, I mean, I normally play a mandola, which is much bigger, but the mandolin is smaller, and it's it's the cousin of the mandola, and it's higher. And it's got a more a more sweeter tone. Most recent.
It was very interesting for me to know what kind of artists inspire you.
Oh, I mean, I listen to all kinds of music. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved jazz.
Yeah.
You know, I had a great passion for it. My grandfather loved jazz piano, and he introduced me to a pianist called Oscar Peterson.
Yes, I wanted to ask you.
Fantastic pianist, and I loved, when I was a little kid and I was listening to all these jazz albums, and then I got more, as I became a teenager, I got into rock and punk, and then I got more into metal, but then I got interested more in American rock, like sort of experimental, like Talking Heads and Brian Eno, all that sort of stuff. And then artists I really like, I mean, I listened to an artist called Victor Borge when I was a kid. He's a Danish musician, comedian, and he used to do lots of these shows where he was at a piano and he would kind of make jokes about classical music. I thought it was fantastic, and not only that, the whole family would sit around and watch him on the TV. But I always go and see new bands. I like to listen to new artists. So really, I try and get as many influences as I can.
Do you ever get nervous performing, and how do you cope when you're nervous?
I used to get nervous when I was starting out, but these days, because I've done it so many times, I'm used to that feeling. You know, I'm used to performing, so I don't get so much nervous. More, I get an adrenaline. You know, the adrenaline starts to kind of to get going before a show. I'm just a bit hyper, you know, and that's good. You know, you need that for the show. So I try, but what I've learned is I've learned how to channel that adrenaline into the performance. It's almost like a physical act of, you know, just sort of calming down and let's just say the word. Sometimes when I was starting out, I would go on stage. I had 20 minutes of comedy to do, right? So I go on. Anyway, in the first 5 minutes, I did all the comedy. Like that. And now I'm thinking, well, now what? Now what do I do now? You know. So now I realize you have to slow down, you have to measure what you say, and you have to concentrate on the words, concentrate on it, try not to let the occasion get to you. And I do that by visualization. I visualize myself on stage. So I do a kind of weird, it's a bit odd, it's like I look down at me and I can see myself on stage performing, and I just think, okay, that's fine, all is well, you know, and it's like a little bit of an out-of-body experience, but it helps me to, when I'm doing a big show.
I just was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about your music education.
When I was at school, I did a diploma and an associateship at the London College of Music. It was great. It gave me an enormous amount of confidence, and it was good for discipline and good for being able to know what you're capable of. You know, my music teacher, she was brilliant. She'd say, you can do this, you can play piano in front of all these people. And I was like, no, I can't do this. And she said, no, you can do it. And I always remember her because she was a great inspiration for me. She told me, you're able to do more than you think you can. And that, to me, that's one of the greatest gifts that she ever gave me. Thank you, guys. And Sid, Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
When am I going to hear an album of ringtones from you guys?